up and we are headed to the races. So let's go ahead and fold up and time to go. Oh crap. Oh, wonderful. Oh. What the? Well, crap. That sucks. Well, this completely sucks. I'm on my way to the races, and I guess when I slammed the back door, my son told me that he thought that there was a crack in the window. I didn't realize there was, and I guess when I slammed the door, it caused the window to fall out. So I'm gonna head over to the RV store. They make a window kit for this particular trailer, and what it is, it's a plastic insert on the inside, a plastic insert that inserts on the outside, and it just kind of squeezes the window in between. This is a window that does not open. I looked it up online a couple minutes ago, and it's $60–70 fix. So anyways, I'll show you all that I need to do to fix this and seal it all up, and we'll turn this into another part of our video channel. Wasn't expecting to do this today, but let's head over to the RV store and see what parts we need. Okay, it took about 2 weeks after breaking that window to find the parts that I needed. This is the plastic frame that goes on the outside, and as you can see, it's all warped. It's got a crack right here. That went there, and then there was another piece right here, but it was all broke. I was able to find this piece. Now, this was the piece on the inside. You can kind of see all the screw holes where you actually screw it to it, and screw it to this part, and then it sandwiches the window in between. So I was able to find this part, and then I got the window here at a place called State Trailer. That's S-T-A-T-E Trailer. And I will leave a telephone number with a link down in the description. This place has pretty much everything, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Well, after buying this and getting back with the window, this is the old piece. Let me show you what happened. Now, this is the brand new plastic frame that I bought. It's the same size, same dimensions, everything's the same except for one thing. Let me show you. When you go to lay them on top of each other, the new one has, you know, where you hook up your screw here, here, and here. There's nothing on the corner, nothing on the corner. But the old one has one in the corner, two in the center, one in the corner. So this part right here was about, like I said, about 20 bucks. You know, I think it was $17, $18 plus tax. Well, now I got to go get this piece. And I didn't realize that, so I had to go back and get this piece so that they match. I figured they were all the same, and they're not. So if you're doing this job, you want to make sure that all the holes match up. What I'm told is they're different manufacturers, that's all. Now I have both pieces. Everything lines up all the way around, same screws, same holes. So I'm almost ready to go. Now I'm going to give you a couple ideas for tools you're going to need. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. You are going to need a scraper or a putty knife, however you want to put it. And I, again, am going to use Supreme silicone. I'm still finding that this is the best stuff. It's 30-minute water ready. It doesn't shrink. It's crack proof, won't blemish. Lifetime guarantee. Biggest thing, it's 100% silicone. That is what I'm after. And I'm finding that this stuff works awesome. I also have a cordless drill, just in case. But I don't want to over tighten these. That was the biggest thing that I read about these, is don't over tighten. The window that I bought, I wanted to see if I could get a smoked one. They didn't have the one I wanted, so I had to go with another one that wasn't. It was still smoked, but it was not smoked as bad. So this is the one I went with. And then it's got little bitty cleats, and I'll show you how it actually sits. Let me grab the camera. So you got a little cleat right here where it kind of rests up against. Another one right here, two right here, there, and that kind of keeps it centered. And then I will probably put a small bead of silicone right here. I thought there might be a rubber gasket that goes in there, but neither one, the old one or the new one, had anything like that. Now, when you're doing this, you got the holes right there. This is the tough part. You might need a second person to help you do this because the window can fall out. I'm going to try to do this on my own to start out with. We'll see how it goes. I might have to use a little bit of duct tape to hold it in place. So we'll see how it goes. What I might do also is put silicone here, put a weight right here, and then I can let it dry overnight. I'll let it dry for 24 hours, and then I'll come back, and that way it'll hold it in place. So I've had to do that on other projects where I just let it set up for 24 hours. It took me a little while to figure out how I was going to do this because it's plastic, and I want this to sit into those little clips, but when I let go, it pops up. So what I plan to do is I'm going to put silicone all the way around it. Follow me so far? And then I'm going to use a 12-pound weight and a 12-pound weight. Once I've got it siliconed, I get these from a friend of mine, and I'll put that like that, and I'm going to move it in there as far as I can so that I can get this so it sits down like that. I'll take this one over here, and I'll put that one there. That way, I can make sure it's in the groove, and I know that nothing's gonna move anywhere on this. Kind of follow me? I don't have a better idea. 12 pounds might be overkill. I originally grabbed 220s and I thought that was too much. So I just definitely don't want it to move. Now for the fun part without making a mess. I don't believe I have to put that much on there, but I want to make sure I do get it all the way around, and like I said, whatever I don't like, I can cut off. I don't believe I need a lot, I just need something. And I'll wipe a little bit of this off with my finger when I get done. This product has probably worked better than anything else I've used. I do a lot of hot tub repairs. I use the same stuff. I've used other products. This does seem to work really, really well on stuff like this. I suggest you give it a try. I like the fact that I can put it on there and then whatever I don't like I can cut off. Why is it not liking this side? It's like it's bunching up. Okay, I got it pretty even all the way around. I'm just going to kind of dab my finger along the top and just make sure that I got it. Wow, it's nice and so warm today that it's kind of like drying before I really even have a chance. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of work, but I don't want it to leak into my door is my problem. I just don't want that. So if this is my first one, hey, if I don't like it, for all the parts, it wasn't even $100. So I can always do it again. Got to do just a little bit more. So getting there. Yeah, that'll work. Got it all the way around. Spot right there. Perfect. Now for the fun part. What's neat is I can see just how well it's sealing because it's glass. Thought about this a little bit. I thought, well, I can lay this out. I can actually take this, gently set it right there. Take this one, gently set it right there. I just want to make sure that I've got it. And then what I can also do, which I didn't think of until just now, to show you. If I'm really worried about leaks, I can also silicone in between the plastic and the window itself all the way around. So I'm happy about that. Now I'm going to let this set up overnight, 24 hours, period. Wow, this heavy. Okay, there's a couple other things we need to do. Everybody should recognize this. This is the door that broke. Well, see, they did use silicone right here. You can tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all the silicone all the way around. And look out, man, it's not even cut real nice, which I find that interesting. It's just, looks like they used a hacksaw blade or something to cut through it. Look how nasty that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean that up, probably use some Simply Green and just a Scotch-Brite. Maybe not a Scotch-Brite because I don't want to, you know, mess up this edge. Maybe just a rag and just lightly clean it all up all the way around on the inside and the outside. I'm not going to do a video of me cleaning it, but I suggest you clean it before you put your window in. I now have the window cleaned all the way around. So once the silicone is set up by tomorrow, I'll go ahead and start putting the window in. It's been about 24 hours, maybe closer to 21 hours since I put the window here and cleaned the door that's on the other side of there. I got this all, I put silicone right here all the way around it. I used these two 12-pound weights to hold it in place. So let's pull these out of the way. Let's find out just how it looks. And my goal was to make sure that it sat flat while I was installing it. Here, I can lift this up, flip it over. Well, that ain't too bad. I got a couple little white marks that I can cut out with a razor blade once I install it. But yeah, for the most part, that doesn't look bad at all. I'm very, very pleased with that. So what I also brought today was I brought some duct tape, which I'm going to cut into small pieces and I'm going to hang it on the door. And then I'm going to put on the back side of this, I'm going to put silicone right here all the way around. And once I do that, then I'll use the duct tape, and I bought some blue tape just in case, and I'll push that into place. And on the inside, which is this piece over here, I don't need to put any kind of silicone on that. It's just on the outside to keep the water from coming in. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these into pieces, and I'm going to hang them on the door, and then I'm going to put the silicone here. I'm not going to videotape that because that's pretty much self-explanatory of what I'm doing. So what I did is I went and put tape all the way around, and then I used some duct tape, and like with the duct tape, I put little flaps on it so I can grab onto the duct tape. And some of it stuck together, and I've opened the door a couple times, but I kind of put a flap on it so I can grab onto it. I'm not sure how well the blue tape will hold it in place, but I did that just so that I can push the window in place. I can put a bunch of tape on it. I can put the other piece on the other side, put a couple screws in it, and then I can work from there. So that's what I'm going to get ready to do next. I can't wait to get this done. And then we're on to 2 new tires. So I got the caulk gun. I had to do a little test run here. But, whoop, there's a piece. Now it's really coming out where before it wasn't really coming out. Don't want to put too much because I don't want it to seep all out all over the place. But I definitely want to have it to where it does seal up really well. I just don't want a mess to have to clean up, if you understand what I'm saying. Come on this side, just give it a little squeeze. Right on. Got a couple spots I want to clean up, just because I don't want that much. And that should work out really good. Now we'll go ahead and we'll put it in place. So I have a feeling that right around here, gonna have just a little, I'm gonna have, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it had a big goopy thing that was right there on the end, like a nipple. So we'll get rid of all that. Well, I got the door shut. I got the window in hand, and I get it in place, just like so. So you got to get it down to where it goes, to where it sits. And then I'll use that piece of tape right there, and just got to get it to where it holds in place. A couple spots. There's one right here. Sorry about the angle of the camera. There we go. I just put one right here, and that's all I'm doing is pushing down a little bit. One right here. I probably did way too much tape, but that's all right. I did not want it to move on me, and I also didn't want it to come down. So you can kind of see how I'm doing it. And if I can do it with one hand holding the camera, you guys should be able to do it at your place also. Oh, that one's messed up. Get rid of that one. Put one right there. That one. Put one right here. That one, I'll put one up there. All right, very cool. So that's what it looks like when it's sitting in place. Then you just take a couple pieces of tape just to hold it while I grab the screws. That way it doesn't come apart. This is pretty much all there is to doing this. So that's what that looks like. Now we'll get the screws. And as you push it together, what it does is it pinches it together. It's pretty cool. So what I've been doing is taking the screws, just pushing them in a little bit to where I can feel them hit, and then I'm just tightening them down. That way I can just take the cordless and I can just hit them really quick. Makes it a little simpler. But like I said, as I twist, I can feel it actually biting down. So what I did is I turned the torque down on my, I don't want it to just twist these right off and break on the inside. So I just, that's all I've had to do. And then I'll go back through with a screwdriver when I'm done, make sure it's all tight. I just didn't want to screw it up. Now I'll take a hand screwdriver and just make sure they're all tight. So that came out pretty good. Take my tape off, throw that away, and it looks pretty good. Without doing anything else, that came out pretty good. So what I'm doing is just taking my hand screwdriver, just making sure they're tight. I just didn't want to over tighten them with the cordless and have it break off those pieces. So I've already done the ones up on top. I'm gonna just do these, show you how I'm doing it, and that's it. Done. Now on this side, for the most part, I don't have any cleanup, maybe a little bit right there, which isn't going to be too bad. Maybe I should have let it dry. Nah, that's all right. Yeah, that looks so much nicer. You bet. There, I got a little bit right there up on top. Get rid of that right there. So, got a little bit on the window now. Yep, that looks awesome. Right there. All fixed, ready to go racing. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to my channel of how I do what I do. This was a first for me. I've never had to replace a window like this before, but as you can see, it wasn't that hard. So I hope you guys have a great day, and if you like this channel, just hit the subscribe button, and that's about the best thanks I could ever ask for. So with that, have a great day, everybody.